I'm Darrell Goodman, Director for Achieve One at Achieve It Solutions. Today we're going to be reviewing the Order Reservations module within the Achieve One suite of applications for SAP Business One on HANA. The purpose of the Order Reservations module is to allow sales and logistics staff to manage and ensure that the flow of materials and the matching of in-stock inbound supply is allocated to outbound demand precisely as planned. This is accomplished by allowing users to select and reserve materials and then enforcing that the reservations be honored during deliveries, rather than the default first-come, first-served model that is available in SAP Business One. One great thing about order reservations is there is no configuration required, and as such, there's no administration to set up. Let's take a look at a sales quotation. In this case, Sophie wants to ensure that this item will be available to the customer Amazon as promised. So she's providing a quotation ensuring that the customer will accept it, but needs to ensure that the item's availability will continue to be available as promised. Base SAP Business One does not even consider sales quotations in available inventory, and so the use of order reservations ensures that we're able to make a reservation. So from this document, Sophie can click on the reservations, and she'll be able to see that she wants to reserve 5 units against her sales quotation and has a choice of what she'd like to make the reservation for. You'll see here that you have the ability to do a reservation against purchase orders, production orders, inventory transfer requests, and AP reserve invoices. To make the reservation, she simply presses Manage Reservations and can choose what she would like to reserve against. In this case, we could say that we would like to reserve 3 against on-hand inventory, and now you can see that the amount of reserved inventory against the on-hand quantity of 1,050 has increased to 8. We still have 2 pieces unreserved. You have the ability, if you'd like, to also go ahead and reserve against incoming documents that are coming in the future, such as the purchase order, again showing that we now have the reserved quantities and the unreserved quantities provided. There are filters, so if we wanted to see just the unreserved items, we could look at that, which is what we have selected, or we can look at the allocated items, and this will show us the reservations that we have against this sales quotation. So you can now see, once again, that we have a reservation against in stock and a reservation against this purchase order for this quotation, with a total of 4 being reserved. You have the ability to do reservations against sales quotations, sales orders, and AR reserve invoices as the demand documents. Let's look at this from a different perspective. Perhaps we have a purchase order coming in, and we'd like to allocate the inventory that's coming in against demand that may already exist. So for this purchase order, James is going to highlight his document, and he's going to press the reservations. James can see all of the supply and demand. However, again, if you'd like to work just on the purchase order, he can display just a selected document, and it will filter the supply document just to the purchase order that we're working on. We have 20 units coming in, and none are reserved, so all 20 are reserved. However, you can see we have 28 documents that are requiring the material. As such, we want to ensure that we allocate the 20 to the most important customers based on priority, whether that be the customer's value to the organization, the date of the order, whatever criteria you'd like to set to ensure that the reservations are managed. Once again, we can press Manage Reservation, and here you can see I have the ability to go through and allocate the reservations as required. Having made the reservations, we can press Update, and we'll be able to see that we've now reserved 6 for this particular purchase order, leaving 14 unreserved. You can mix and match, leaving partial unreserved, where the unreserved quantity will be available the way that base SAP works, so that the first sales orders that are picked will be able to use that quantity. However, this will ensure that for the 6 orders that have been reserved, again, we can filter above to see this information. We'll be able to ensure that we want to just select the document. We'll be able to ensure that these 6 sales orders are going to have the inventory no matter what happens. Another benefit of the reservations is that we have the ability to look at all data. So this gives me the ability to see all supply and all demand. And I can filter based on the different document types, so I can look at just the quotations. I can look to see what reservations are currently in place. I can look to see what is not reserved, so this will give me all the information that is not reserved, and I'd be able to make my reservations accordingly. Or I can look at both. You also have the ability to find a particular sales document, look for delivery dates as a range, select the individual warehouses. For large volume items, you may want to import the reservations. As such, you can see that we offer on the main menu the ability to do batch import reservations. This simple process allows you to take an Excel spreadsheet and create the reservations that will be used to make large pre-orders, for example, available to be managed. When you're working on an order reservation, you can also do so directly from the order reservation screen, allowing you to select any item from your inventory and being able to see the information about that document. If you want to do bulk updating of existing reservations, you simply highlight a document, and then once you've displayed the document, you'll be able to manage the reservations and also be able to export to a file to be able to get the data in Excel to be able to easily managed. Once I select a specific document, I can see the reserved and unreserved information for that document. This concludes our session on order reservations. If you have more questions about order reservations or would like information on any of the other modules in the Achieve One suite, please visit our website at www.achieveit.com.